Hello everyone, welcome to the part 3 of chapter respiration and circulation. Now in the previous lecture we had studied about respiratory system of man. Let us revise about that first before starting the lecture. Now in the last lecture we had studied respiratory system basically consists of nostrils, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, lungs and diaphragm. Each part has to perform different functions and thus this helps in gaseous exchange. In today's lecture, we are going to study about mechanism of respiration. Now, mechanism of respiration, before starting with the mechanism, first let us revise what is respiration. Now, as I said, respiration, it is a biochemical process of oxidation of organic compounds. Basically, whatever food we eat, the organic molecules, what happens, that is oxidized, and this oxidation, it leads to liberation of energy in the form of ATP. Now to bring about this oxidation of food material, living organism, it requires constant supply of oxygen, and this oxygen obviously we get it from the atmosphere. Now when we see mechanism of respiration in detail, it has 4 processes. First process is breathing, second process is external respiration, third process is internal respiration, and fourth cellular respiration. We'll be studying each of this process in detail, but for in today's lecture, we are going to study breathing in detail. Now what exactly is breathing? We can say that breathing, it is a physical process by which gaseous exchange takes place between atmosphere and lungs. Now why breathing is called as a physical process? Physical process का मतलब क्या होता है? A series of changes, okay, a series of events takes place in the breathing process. Now where exactly the physical changes takes place, where exactly the events takes place? Now it is brought about, the changes are brought about in the volume of the thorax. You can see here that first let us see which parts are involved. The parts involved in breathing process are thoracic cage, the ribs, sternum, and the intercostal muscles, and also the muscles of diaphragm. So the series of changes takes place in the thoracic cage. Thoracic cage, what happens? The volume of the thoracic cage increases, the ribs and the sternum and the muscles, they contract and relax, and thus bringing out the inspiration and expiration. Breathing process, it involves inspiration and expiration, and this inspiration and expiration, it is carried out with the help of parts involved such as thoracic cage, ribs, sternum, intercostal muscles, and muscles of the diaphragm. Let us see in a diagrammatic form. Here we have a diagram. You can see this entire part, this is called as the thoracic cage. Okay, now the thoracic cage, basically on the dorsal side, sternum is present, whereas on the ventral side, we have a vertebral column. Okay, now in between the vertebral column and the sternum bone is also called as chest bone. Now in between the sternum bone and the vertebral column, certain structures are present. These structures, they are called as ribs. And in between the ribs, certain muscles are present which are called as intercostal muscles. So during respiration, changes are seen in the thoracic cage, in the ribs, in the sternum, and in the muscles. Okay, now let us proceed with the first process, that is called as inspiration. Before that, here I'll show you what exactly is intercostal muscles. Okay, see, these are the ribs. Okay, in the previous we had studied, these are the ribs. Now in between the two adjacent ribs, Okay, in between the two adjacent ribs, certain muscles are present which are called as intercostal muscles. Okay, these are called as intercostal muscles. Now, intercostal muscles, they are of two types, that is external intercostal muscles and internal intercostal muscles. External intercostal muscles means what? The muscles which are present on the outer side of the ribs. Here is one rib, here is the other rib. Two adjacent ribs are present. So the muscles which are present on the outer side of the rib, that is called as external, bahar ka, external intercostal muscles, whereas the muscle which is present on the inner side of the ribs, that is called as internal intercostal muscles. So they have to play a major role. So let us move towards inspiration. Now, what exactly is inspiration? Inspiration means what? Taking the atmospheric air into the lungs, that is called as inspiration. Now, how does inspiration occurs? Inspiration, that is taking of air into the lungs, it occurs because of pressure gradient. You can see here it occurs because of pressure gradient. Now, what exactly is pressure gradient? Now, when we see the pressure of the atmosphere, it is different. Whereas when we see the pressure in the lungs, it is different. It is not equal. The atmospheric pressure in the air, that is always higher as compared to the atmospheric pressure in the lungs. So this difference of pressure in the atmosphere and the pressure in the lungs, that is called as pressure gradient. And because of this pressure gradient, what happens? The what you can say, exchange of gases takes place between lungs and the atmosphere. Now, because of inspiration, what happens? The diaphragm becomes flattened. Now, what exactly is diaphragm? What exactly is diaphragm? Here you can see this part. This is our thoracic cage, as I said in the previous diagram. This is the thoracic cage, this is the rib cage, and this is the diaphragm. Now, diaphragm, it is the muscular band which is present only in the muscles. Diaphragm, it separates the abdominal cavity. It separates the abdominal cavity from the thoracic cavity. So, how the inspiration occurs? Now, how the inspiration basically is initiated? Now, first, when we inhale, what happens? The diaphragm, it becomes flattened and it goes downward. Here you can see the diaphragm. Here in the lower diagram you can see. Now, as we inhale, inhale means what? Taking the air inside the lungs, which is also called as inspiration. Inspiration is also called as inhalation. Now, as how the inspiration is initiated, as we inhale the air, what happens? This diaphragm, it becomes flat. It becomes flat and it is pulled downward. Can you see these two arrows? Yes. So the diaphragm, as soon as we inhale, the diaphragm, it becomes flat and it is pulled downwards. Why it happens? Because first the diaphragm contracts. As soon as we inhale, the diaphragm contracts, it becomes flat and it is pulled downward. At the same time, what happens? The external muscles, external intercostal muscles. Here you can see, okay, the muscles which are present outer side. The external intercostal muscles over here, these are the ribs and sternum. The external intercostal muscles, they contract. As a result, when this contract, what happens? The ribs and the sternum, it is pulled outward. Can you see this arrow? Okay. So when the muscles, basically external intercostal muscles, as I said that there are two types of muscles. I'll show you again. As I said that there are two types of muscles, that is external intercostal muscles and internal intercostal muscles. So when this external intercostal muscles contract, what happens? The sternum and the sternum and the ribs, they are pulled outward and upwards. Okay. At the same time, so what happens when the diaphragm is pulled downwards, when the ribs, when the ribs, when the rib cage as well as sternum, when it is directed upward and outward, what happens? The volume of the thoracic cavity increases. Volume means what? The internal space occupied. Okay, the internal compact space which is present in the thoracic cage, that is called as thoracic cavity. So what happens? Diaphragm goes downwards, diaphragm नीचे चला जाता है, यहाँ पे rib cage बाहर, it is directed outwards and upwards along with sternum. So a bigger space is created. So we can say that the volume of the thoracic cavity increases. And as a result, what happens? As the volume increases, what happens? The pressure at the same time, what happens? Volume तो increase हो जाता है, लेकिन at the same time, the pressure in the thoracic cavity, okay, it decreases. As well as in the lungs also, it is the same case. In the lungs also, the pressure in the lungs decreases. Here I'll show you the proper diagram. Here you can see, okay, diaphragm contracts, it is pulled downward, ribs and sternum, it is projected outwards. Okay, so this cavity, this thoracic cavity, the volume of the thoracic cavity increases. At the same time, but when the volume of the thoracic cavity increases, what happens? The pressure in the thoracic cavity as well as the pressure in the lungs. We know lungs, they are very much well protected, okay, in the thoracic cage. So the pressure in the thoracic cavity and the pressure in the lungs decreases. So in order to equal the pressure of the atmosphere and the pressure in the lungs, what happens? Air starts entering into the lungs. And so when air rushes into the lungs, this process is called as inspiration. Now here we can see that Boyle's law is followed. Boyle's law क्या बोलता है? That volume is inversely proportional to the pressure. When the pressure increases, when the volume increases, pressure decreases. And when the pressure increases, volume decreases. Here you can see because of pulling of the ribs and sternum and because of diaphragm, the volume of the thoracic cavity increases. So as the volume increases, what happens? प्रेशर डिक्रीज हो जाता है. कहाँ डिक्रीज हो जाता है? थोरैसिक कैविटी के अंदर एंड लंग्स के अंदर. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ डिक्रीज इन प्रेशर, व्हाट हैपेंस? योर lungs try to maintain the equilibrium because of pressure gradient. Because of pressure gradient क्या होता है? All the air from the atmosphere, it starts entering into the lungs, and this process is called as inspiration. Okay, so next is expiration. Expiration is exactly opposite of inspiration. Now when we see expiration, during expiration what happens? The thorax contracts causing air to be exhaled. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? thorax contract होता है, and because of thorax contract होता है तो क्या होता है? Air from the lungs is giving out into the atmosphere. Now when the thorax contract, at the same time what happens? The diaphragm relaxes and it is pushed upward and it becomes dome shape. At the same time, the intercostal muscles also relax, pulling the rib cage inward and downward. So because of this, there is decrease in thoracic volume and it leads to increase in the pressure in the thorax and the lungs as compared to the atmospheric pressure, and thus air from the lungs rushes out. We'll see this properly in form of diagram. So this is expiration. Okay, now how expiration is initiated? When expiration takes place, what happens? The diaphragm, here you can see the diaphragm it relaxes. यहाँ पे इंस्पिरेशन में क्या हो रहा था? डायफ्राम कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हो रहा था, एंड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होने की वजह से क्या हो रहा था? डायफ्राम फ्लैट हो रहा था एंड इट वाज पुल्ड डाउनवर्ड. बट हियर इन केस ऑफ एक्सपीरेशन, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? द डायफ्राम इज रिलैक्सिंग. Okay, the diaphragm, it comes to the normal condition, the diaphragm, it relaxes. Now when the diaphragm relaxes, what happens? The diaphragm becomes dome shape. This shape is called as dome shape, and the diaphragm, it is pulled upward. Okay. Then second, the intercostal muscles. इंस्पिरेशन में हमने एक्सटर्नल इंटरकोस्टल मसल्स देखे थे. एक्सटर्नल इंटरकोस्टल मसल्स मींस व्हाट? द मसल्स which are present on the outer side of the rib. But in case of inspiration, the muscles which are present on the inner side of the ribs, they are called as internal intercostal muscles. So in expiration, what happens? The internal intercostal muscles, they contract. And when this internal intercostal muscles contract, what happens? The ribs and the sternum, they are pulled inward. Okay, they are pulled inward. So what happens? This thoracic cavity, the volume of the thoracic cavity decreases. Okay, तो ये कम हो जाएगा वॉल्यूम में, जगह अंदर की कम हो जाएगी. यस, सो डायफ्राम ऊपर आ गया एंड रिब्स भी अंदर के साइड में आ गए. So this thoracic cavity decreases. The volume of the thoracic cavity decreases. Now we had just studied that when the volume of the thorax decreases, so pressure in the lungs will increase. Again, the Boyle's law is applied. Okay, as I said, volume is what? Inversely proportional to the pressure. When volume increases, pressure decreases. Here we had seen in inspiration, when volume increases, pressure in the lungs decreases. So to equalize the pressure, air enters into the lungs. To keep a balance between the atmospheric pressure and the lung pressure, क्या होता है? Air, it enters into the lungs. बाहर का atmospheric pressure ज़्यादा था and lungs का atmospheric pressure कम था. तो to maintain the equal pressure, what happens? प्रेशर ग्रेडियंट क्या करता है? टू मेंटेन द प्रेशर ग्रेडियंट, एयर क्या करता है? एयर इट एंटर्स इनटू द लंग्स. ओके, बट हियर एग्जैक्टली इज अपोजिट. हियर यू कैन सी इन एक्सपीरेशन द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द thoracic cavity decreases. So when volume decreases, what happens? Pressure will increase. कहाँ pressure increase होगा? Lungs में. Okay, so lungs में pressure increase होगा, and as a result, what happened? To maintain the balance between the pressure of the atmosphere and pressure of the lungs. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? लंग में pressure ज़्यादा है, so air will rush out from the lungs. So air will be expelled out from the lungs. Okay, so this expelling out of air from the lungs, this is called as expiration. So here you can see inspiration and expiration, they work always in antagonistic manner. They're always opposite manner. Okay, so the mechanism of breathing, it involves two processes. As I said, inspiration, that is taking the air inside the lungs, and next is expiration, that is expelling the air outside the lungs. Okay, we'll see this in tabular form. Here we can see that we had studied that which parts are involved, what are the changes in inspiration and what are the changes in expiration. Diaphragm कैसा होता है? Basically first let us start. The parts involved we had seen was diaphragm, intercostal muscles, thorax volume, air pressure and air movement. Diaphragm is what? It is a muscular band separating the thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity. जैसे ही इंस्पिरेशन होता है, जैसे ही हम इनहेल करते हैं, as soon as we inhale, what happens? First the diaphragm contracts and it flattens and it moves downwards. Whereas in expiration, what happens? The diaphragm, it comes to a normal condition. That means it relaxes, and when it relaxes, it moves, and when it relaxes, it moves upward and it becomes dome shape. What happens to the intercostal muscles? During inspiration, the intercostal muscles contract. Okay, whereas in expiration, the intercostal muscles relax. यहाँ पे कौन से intercostal muscles काम करते हैं inspiration में? External intercostal muscles. एक्सटर्नल इंटरकोस्टल मसल्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है तो क्या होता है, रिब्स एंड स्टर्नम दे आर पुल्ड आउटवर्ड एंड इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन. वेयर एक्सपीरेशन में क्या होता है, मसल्स द इंटरनल the internal intercostal muscles they contract, and because of that the muscles relaxes and the ribs and the sternum they are directed inward. What happens to the thoracic volume? Thoracic volume यानी क्या, the space inside the thoracic cavity. In inspiration the thoracic cavity increases, the volume of the thoracic cavity increases, whereas in expiration the volume of the thoracic cavity decreases. What happens to the air pressure? Decrease in pressure in the thorax and lungs. Okay, pressure thoracic cavity में and lungs में pressure कैसा होता है, decrease हो जाता है. Whereas in expiration क्या होता है, there is increase in the pressure inside the thorax and the lungs. What happens to the air movement? Inspiration में क्या होता है, air बाहर से आता है, air comes from the atmosphere into the lungs. Whereas in expiration क्या होता है, air rushes out or it is pushed out from the lungs into the atmosphere. Now when we see breathing, breathing as I said it has two processes, inspiration and expiration. So एक breathing में, in one breathing one inspiration takes place and one expiration takes place. Now if we see in normal healthy person, the normal healthy person breathes about 12 to 16 times per minute. Whereas if we see newborn, in per minute 44 times the newborn or the infant breathes. Now this breathing it also increases according to the activities, that is muscular activities we do. Okay, so I hope in today's lecture you understood with inspiration and expiration basically breathing process. In the next lecture we'll see the different processes, that is external respiration. Okay. Thank you.